Hello everyone and welcome to the 60th episode of NiinaN Knitting. My name's Niina and I live in Jyväskylä in central Finland with my husband, our two kids and a dog. At the moment I'm not at home, we're in the countryside at my mother-in-law's, which is about an hour's drive from home. Last time I recorded I had a lot of mosquitoes flying around. They're still, or they're here again. But in addition, I also have quite a bit of flies flying around. So that's a bit of a change. Today is June 5th, Sunday, and the weather is pretty okay. The sun, well, there are clouds in the sky, as you can see, but it's an okay weather. I'd say around plus 20 degrees Celsius, so that's closer to plus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And I've been recording a sort of a vlog this week, a week in the life of vlog. I've been doing a very bad job at it, but yeah, just thought I'd try it again. And yeah, I think I'll just start with what I have for you today. So I have been knitting and crocheting this time. So this is my knitting and or all sorts of handicrafts YouTube channel. And this time I've been knitting and crocheting, no sewing because I'm not at home. And I have sort of three finished objects and I'll explain it to you a little later. And then I have two whips that I've been working on, and one of them is something that you've seen a long time ago, and the other one is a new cast on. But first of all, let's start with what I'm wearing, because it's my first finished object, even though that's not the one I finished last. This is the top I was talking about last time, the tank top. This pattern is called Tegela, Degela. You'll see it on the screen, by Tanya, again, Lume, yeah. Anyway, it's a very nice tank top, and I used some yarn that I got this spring from Pomme de Laine, somebody who was clothing shop and selling her stash. This is a 80%, it's her base called Mousset, 80% superwash merino, 20% bamboo, and the colorway is called Écume. Yeah, it's this kind of variegated light blue colorway. Really like it. It's really pretty. I can't see this screen too well right now because, you know, it's very sunny, but usually the screen tends to intensify the differences in the variegation, or the different shades, but it comes out as sort of a stripy kind of thing. Very nice because it's such a light blue color, and the stripiness is a little different in different sections. I really like the way the pattern was written. It starts with, I think, left shoulder. You do a provisional cast on. Don't think you'll see it. You'll do a provisional cast on, and then you do one half of the front panel, or the front piece, and then you do another provisional cast on for the right shoulder. Do the same for the other half. And then it tells you to cast on a number of stitches and start doing this eyelet kind of motif in the middle, and then of course start the armhole increases at some point. And then when you've reached the sort of the lowest point of the armholes, you go and do the undo the provisional cast-ons and do the halves for the for the back, and then you join them together and do the back piece until you get to where you join these parts. I started to knit. I did swatch. I didn't get a gauge. I think wasn't off a lot, maybe just one stitch, and maybe I'll try and see what my gauge in this final piece is. But in the swatch it was 26 stitches by 10 centimeters when it should have been 27. So I started with size M2, and once I had joined it in the round and worked it down a bit, I had almost I only had just something little left from my first skein of yarn, and I tried it on and I found it was too loose. I think the pattern said to have a few centimeters of positive ease. Mine doesn't. It has negative ease, not a lot, but just a little. And in my current condition, which is just a little too much weight on me, nothing else, it doesn't sit as well as it could. I'm just gonna stand up and show it to you a little later. So I'm hoping, and I have been working to get some weight off. So I hope that this top will fit better a little later in the in this summer, during this summer. Yeah, but so I was trying it on and doing decreases and at the waist, and then increases at the waist according to what I thought was nice, not according to the explanations. I don't know how much I sort of varied from that, but yes, there's this this eyelet kind of thing at the sides, and the instructions I think told you to do the increases and decreases at the very where the eyelet starts, but I won't be able to show it to you, will I? Because I'm sitting on the ground and it's been raining, so the ground is damp, at least damp. I'm sitting on a bag, so I'm not getting wet, or my butt's not getting wet, but there's no room for me to, stand up and show it to you. But I have, yeah, so I knit 2 before decreases or increases at each side of the top. And then I stopped knitting at a certain point where I thought that it would be good. And then there is this mesh kind of thing and an I-cord in the hem. You were supposed to do just a very basic mesh, doing like yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, and then on the next round start with knit 2 together, yarn over. So you kind of switch the places of the knit 2 together and yarn overs. But I decided to sort of mimic the way you did the sides. I will have to try and get up and show it to you. Just a sec. Okay, so I think you can see it better now. So you're doing the decreases or the 2 togethers in leaning to the right, let's see, to the left from here and to the right from here. or something. So they're in opposite directions. So there's knitted together, and then there's SSK on the other side of this middle part. So I decided to mimic that here in the hem. So there's this middle part in here, and then the decreases go in different directions from that. And then I have just knit one here in the sides, and then there is another sort of similar section in here. So that's what I did. And okay, now that I'm kneeling down, so or on my knees, you can see the hem better, and you can see where it sits. I'm not going to show you, but here's my belly button, and I could have knit it 5 centimeters longer in the front, but if you look at how it sits over my bum, then yeah, this is kind of okay. So maybe it's just because of my tummy that I hope to get rid of, or well, not get rid of, but get smaller, and then my huge boobs, because like I told you in some of my previous episodes, let's see if I can have my face in the screen. So yeah, it seems that I have a big circumference in the bust, which I never realized I did. I still wear B cup bra, so that's not a big cup. And I have some bras from when I was expecting our kids, and my boobs were bigger then. And so I have a couple of C cup bras at home, and they are too big. So I am a B cup, but yeah, they're big. Go figure, I don't know. But as I lose weight, and now I'm really like trying to pull everything in. As I lose weight, hopefully, then of course I'm gonna lose it all around. Usually, if you're hoping to lose it from the stomach, you lose it in the boob and in the butt. If you want to make your butts look smaller, then yeah, you'll lose it in your belly and your boob. So it's always where you would not hope it to be. But I'm just gonna be honest. I'll be happy in wherever I can lose it. And I'm not saying that I am hugely overweight, but I do want to lose some weight to feel better about my body. Okay, I'm gonna stand up so that I can show you. Okay, there are some wanting to get in picture. Yeah, there's a small breeze in here, but yeah, I'm gonna stand up and show you the back of it. Well, you can't see much in here because I'm so far away, but yeah. I like it. It's what I wanted in a way, although, yeah, I'm pulling it down from the front, which is weird. But yeah, all in all, I think it's nice. And with these black jeans, it's not ideal. What I want to do, okay, I'm going to come closer. What I want to be wearing with this top is maybe some lighter color, like light blue denim pants, or shorts even, or even white. Or I have some really nice capri pants in fuchsia, and I think they would look nice together too. But the black is not my favorite with this top. One thing that I forgot to mention to you is you of course in the hem you just bind off with the I-cord, but for the neckline and for the armholes you pick up stitches and I'm not sure if it told you to knit one round or start doing the I cord right away. In the neckline, I knit 2 rounds and then I started the I cord. And in the armholes, I think I knit 1 round and then I started the I cord. Bound off with the I cord. When I picked up the stitches, you can totally see them. It's not neat. Oh, not here. Oh. It shows better in the, well, you can see it here on the shoulder. You can totally see the holes in there. That's where I picked up the stitches. But in this kind of project with the eyelets anyway, it looks as though I intended them, or the person who designed the top intended them to be like that. I don't remember what the pattern looks like on the designer's page, but I decided that in this project it's fine. If I had been knitting a sweater with plain stockinette, I would have had to figure something out, because it's not neat if you have stockinette on both sides of the pickup of the stitches. But in this case, it's fine. It looks intentional and I'm happy with it. So yeah, I mentioned the yarn, but I forgot to tell you about the needles I used. It's just 4.0 millimeter US size 6 Chowgu needles that I used when I knit the shirt. And I told you that I started with the size M2, but then I have bugs going up my nose. Sorry. So yeah, I ended up knitting size M1 because I thought it would fit better. And luckily I did not have to rip it all out. I think the cast on was only off by 1 stitch. So when I was at the point where you combine the 2 halves, then I just cast on 2 stitches less, so that I got on the row where you joined the 2 halves together, I had the correct amount of stitches for size M1. So I only had to rip back to here in the front and to the same place at the back. I haven't weighed this, and I don't have my remaining yarn with me, but I have quite a bit left. Maybe a skein and a half or something. If I weigh it, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Maybe with a little bit of 2 or 3 kind of, maybe this would be better, like if I'd done it differently. But all in all, yeah, I think I'll be happy with it. So my second finished object is a tiny one. Ta-da! This is a corner to corner. Well, I used a YouTube video for a corner to corner Afghan. And as you can see, this is not an Afghan. It's a dishcloth, but it's something that I wanted to try to crochet. So I think I want to knit some of my cotton bamboo blend yarns into disc cloths. And this yarn is Novita. Puuvilla-bambu. So it's cotton bamboo, and it's got, I think, half and half. 52% cotton, 48% bamboo viscose. And there are 108 meters in 50 grams, so that means 216 meters in 100 grams. And I have this black color, still have a little bit left, and then I had this green, and I'm almost out of the green. But yeah, actually I saw this pattern in a podcast from Kay, who is the crazy sock lady everywhere online. She has a podcast, she's a designer, etc. And she was making a corner to corner blanket out of some scrap fingering weight yarn that she had. And I thought that it would be a fun idea to try for this dishcloth. So that's why I made this. And I used a 4.5 millimeter hook when I was crocheting this. There's no equivalent for that in the letters, the letter system. That was a very, very easy pattern. Highly recommended. And there is a link to the YouTube tutorial on my patterns page. So, and that will be linked down below in the show notes. So this is my second finished object. And then I have a third finished object, or multiple finished objects of the third pattern. These are, this is a pattern called Autumn Leaves Dish or Washcloth by Elizabeth Ann White. But this is not a washcloth or a dishcloth for me, or in my, or where I will be intending it to. So let's mention the yarn first. This is Novita Miami. It's 100% cotton yarn. And no, it's not. That was a lie. 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. Sorry. There are 125 meters in 50 grams, which means 250 meters in 100 grams. I have it in two different colors. There isn't enough yellow to make another one of these, and there isn't enough orange to make another one of these. So these will be substitutes for cotton pads, reusable ones. I've mentioned it before that I have a sister who's very eco-friendly. She has a birthday in October, and it occurred to me that I might make her a set of cotton pads. And then I showed you the fabric basket a couple of episodes ago. So I'm gonna give her that basket and then some cotton pads. So I'll make more of these by her birthday, which is next October. But this is a really fun and very easy crochet pattern. I found it on Ravelry. It's free of charge. This one was a paid for pattern, maybe €5 or something. So not a lot, and a very nice top, so worth it in my opinion. But this is a free pattern. It's actually on a website, but there's a link to it in Ravelry. You start here in the middle, and then you start going back and forth and doing these rows in order to get a leaf. I think it's really pretty. I think I'll try and find similar small crochet projects, maybe probably in different shapes, to make these cotton pads. Because yes, I know that there are several cotton pad uh, patterns to be found on Ravelry, but it's just circle. It's kind of boring. So I want to make something a little different. And these are nice. And since my sister's birthday is in the fall, so it goes really well with that too. Yeah, but they've been really fun to crochet, and they're pretty. So if you want to make anything like this, I can recommend the pattern. You can find it in my notes. And the hook I use is the same 4.5 millimeter hook that I used for the dishcloth. And then I have two whips. First one is a mystery knit along. I found it through, I was watching Eve from Bobine Pelote podcast. She's a French podcaster, and she was talking about this mystery shawl cow that was starting on the 25th of June by Helen Stewart. And the pattern's called Stillness Shawl. And there are 2 clues out already. I'm on the second clue. And maybe I'll just talk about the yarn first if you're doing the cowl and you don't want to see it yet. But the yarns I've been using, first of all, my color A is Laine yarns, Mille Colori socks and lace Luxe, whatever. It's a superwash merino and polyamide polyester mix. 73% virgin wool, 25% polyamide, and 2% polyester, which is some glitter. I don't know if you can see it because the sun just went behind the cloud. But yeah, it's got some glitter. I got this from my older sister, so not the one I'm doing those cotton pads for, but my older sister last year as a Christmas present. It's got all these sort of fall kind of like colors. Really nice. This is my color A. My color B is just some off-white Novita Venla. It looks horrible. The bow band looks horrible because I pre-blocked my shawl after the first clue, and so the ball band got wet because I had this yarn attached to the work at that point. But yeah, this is Novita Venla. The same kind of meterage as for this one, so it's 400 meters and 100 grams, or is it 420? 420 in here, 400 in this one. But yeah, 75% wool, 25% polyamide in Novita Venla. And then my color C is the same kind of yarn as my color A. Oh, my feet are getting numb. So the same Mille Colori socks and lace Luxe yarn, just a different colorway. I'm behind a tree, so you maybe can't see the glitter. Oh, well, maybe you can, a little. Yeah, but this is more of a gray and grays and browns, whereas this one had browns and oranges in my color A. Yeah, but I'm using 4.5 that's US size 7 millimeter, 4.5 millimeter, which is US size 7 needles. They're my Knit Pro interchangeable sets, symphony sets, or from that set. And this is me showing you what I have so far. It's really bunched up on my needle. So the first clue was more or less this. Start with in the middle, of course. Then you have this stripe section, and then the off-white with a bit of a motif in here. Yeah, I think that's where it stopped. No. There are the stripes in the first clue. So 2 sets of stripes. And that was clue 1. And then clue 2 starts with the lace in color A. And then you're starting to do stripes. This is one color. This is color 1 and color A. I really like how the different sort of, yeah, it's got stripes in it. And I really like how it looks in the lace. Really, really good. But yeah, the reason why I blocked it is, of course, the problem with circular shaped shawls, the hump in the middle. So I have not blocked this like with pins or anything, but I did get the freaking hump here in the middle, even though there are quite a few increases, as you can see, yeah, in the beginning, but still there was this humpy kind of thing in the beginning, and I didn't like how it looked, and just wanted to see if you can get rid of it when blocking. So I'm pretty pleased with what you can do when you finish the shawl, and then you like pin it down well and block it. So it'll be all right. But I'm really happy with my colors. I mean, they look really nice. Maybe not very summer-like, but well, it's a wool. I made it out of wool mainly. So yeah, I'll be wearing it in the fall, and these colors are perfect for that. And I think it'll be pretty. What did I write about this? No, nothing more. So I think the second clue stops with these stripes. There are a number of stripes here. And then I'll be waiting for clue number 3, which is always released on a Thursday. So on Thursday next week. So that's my second whip. And now it's something new. My next whip, or the other whip that I've been working on now, is something that those of you who have been watching right from the start have seen, but others won't have, because it's a really, really old whip. So it was a UFO, but now it's a whip. Let's just put it that way. This is a pair of socks. It's only the first one that I'm using, that I'm knitting now. So this pattern is called In Memoriam by NiinaN, who is a Finnish designer. And this was stage 1 for Sukka Finlandia in 2017. And well, you can probably guess why it's been lingering in my UFO basket. My color choices were really bad. So I am using, if I can see, okay, maybe you can see here best. So the blue, the denim blue here, the stripes here are drops Fabel. So that's 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and 400 200. Oh, okay. Actually, I have it here. I have the tag in here. So this is it. And it's got 205 meters in 50 grams, so 410 meters in 100 grams. This is what I've used for contrasting color. And my main color doesn't have a ball band anymore. I've lost it. It looks really ugly too. But this is Novita Venla in a very variegated, or it's a sort of a self-patterning colorway. It's number 834. But yeah, they're too much alike. The Venla color is too busy. It's very difficult to knit them or figure out where I'm going in the pattern while I'm knitting it. And then there's the fact that it's color work, and that's not my cup of tea at all, or my cup of coffee, because I prefer coffee. But anyway, so it's got a corrugated rib, which is not too stretchy, of course, but yeah, you can fit it in a foot. This is size L, large. My husband will not wear colorful socks, so he won't get these. My son doesn't want to wear woolen socks, so he's not going to get these. But I'm going to ask one of them to try it on so that I can get the length right. But I'm gonna give them away once I finish them. I mean, it's not ugly, it just doesn't show the pattern right. I don't have the pattern with me. If I can take a screenshot or something and show you what it should look like on the screen, then maybe I'll do that. I've been using my 3.0 millimeter knit prosings while I'm knitting these, and yeah, I've picked them back up, and I'm trying to do one motif a day in order to get it finished at some point. This is where I started when I picked it up back up. So I made 2 repeats, then I made the heel turn, and then after that I've made two repeats of the motif, and they will hopefully get finished at some point, and then I can tick that whip off my to-do list. It's just that I'm not a fan of color work, and I should have chosen different colors so that it would have been easier to figure out what I'm doing, or easier to read my knitting and see where I'm going in the motif. But that's my bad. Okay, just some chatter before I stop. Yeah, 40 minutes. I've been talking for 40 minutes. I'm gonna cut something off, the parts where I stand up and sit back down, etc. But yeah, so like I said, we're still in the countryside. The weather was really, really nice and hot during June. It's been less so now. We've had some rainy days, and like I said, the temperature plus 20 is more or less the top what we've had. So it's been chillier, and according to the weather people, it's not going to get very hot during July. But yeah, we had a nice summer, and now it's over, and now we have a very basic Finnish summer going on at the moment. That's how it goes. Yeah, and I mentioned that I've been recording a vlog and not doing a very good job with it, but I tried, and just wanted to show you sort of how different a week would look like during the summertime. Kids are on the vacation, and I don't have work because there's no school. So yeah, it's different. And besides, the light is so different. I really, really love summer. So, and I'm guessing it shows. And I talk about it enough during my videos. I haven't mentioned it maybe before, but now I'm recording with my on my phone. I've done that for a while now because I used to record with my tablet, but it started switching off really quickly after charging. So it was really, really long, really, really old uh, tablet, and I guess the battery just uh, sort of came to the end of its existence. um, but this Thursday, I ordered a new one. It came on Friday. Well, not here in the countryside, but uh, it came on Friday in Jyväskylä, and we popped in there uh, last Friday, and I got the tablet right away. It looks really a lot better now. I've only been using it for watching YouTube videos, so don't have a lot of experience on it yet. But well, it's newer. It's little bit bigger. The screen is a little bit bigger than the old one, and of course the battery holds. So that's good. Um, yeah, and I'll probably continue recording with my phone because it's been fine. My doggy dog, and because it's so much smaller. It's a lot smaller than the tablet, and I don't have a flip cover for the tablet yet. So I wanna keep it safe indoors, at least for the time being. But probably will continue doing that because it's very handy to have your recording utensil, whatever machine, in such a small package. Yeah, the only thing that I've written down here is that we'll have a family get together in a week. My niece, I think, is having her first communion today, and because of the coronavirus, there isn't a big celebration today. Or actually, she was supposed to have the celebration next Sunday anyway, but she was supposed to have the whole ceremony and the church kind of thing on that Sunday. But because of Corona, they decided to do the first communion in very small circle there, just between families. Uh, so we'll go. We'll be going to a party in a week, and then we'll probably go to my mom's afterwards because government officials have told us that the situation about with the coronavirus and the COVID-19 in Finland is very good at the moment, and there's no reason to sort of stay away from the people from risk group, or what's the word? I heard it. Well, something other. It's another term for it, but for the over 70-year-olds, for example. But yeah, so we'll be going to my mom's. It'll be good to see her because I haven't seen her since Christmas. And of course, the kids and my husband will come there as well. So that'll be nice, a little bit different from what we've been doing at the moment. Yeah. As for when I'll be recording another podcast episode, Who knows? Who knows? But at one point, and then I'll be showing you what else I've been getting up to. Uh, Probably socks because they're easily portable, but we'll see. Until then, I hope you have a really good time. I hope you stay safe, socially distanced, and remember to wash your hands. Don't touch your face and all kind of things. And of course, remember that everybody is important and treat each other respectfully. And that's no joke for me. Bye.